This is stage 2 of Zwift's Crit Club, 8 laps of downtown Dolphin. I didn't do stage 1. The reason I'm doing this race is I missed the Thursday night race for T2.5, and I was looking for something to do on Friday, and Neil posted in the chat in the Zwift Club on the companion app that this race was happening, and I thought, oh, actually, this one looks quite cool. So I joined in. There was quite a few Ds as well, and as my last video, the FTP test I did, I thought, well, I'm not at my strongest, but I'm going to give it my best to try and hang on to as many of the D group as I could. And because there were quite a few, and we've got 28 in this race, I did think even if it splits, I might find myself in the back group. But from the off, put out the power and managed to hang in with the majority of the group as we go up the road. I think it doesn't even look like anyone's off the back yet. I think we're pretty much all together. It's slightly strung out on the road if you look at the dots, actually. But for me, this is hang on for as long as I possibly can, as I say, I think in most of the races that I do. But certainly until I'm feeling a bit stronger, I thought I probably won't last to the end in terms of staying in the group. But as usual, if you stay with the group for as long as possible, you get the advantage of the draft, and it gives you that benefit, the time benefit on those behind you. So giving it a go. And this is a difficult part of the lap for me. I'm a larger rider. It's the place I always lose the group, and I thought, fingers crossed, I can put out enough power for long enough that I can hang in and stay in with everybody. It kind of strings out a little bit. This is the first time up that hill. Managed to put the power numbers out enough to stay in this group. One thing I did spot very quickly on this lap is I need to keep going at the top and put out a bit of power, because it seems to take a little bit longer for me to get up sort of the rolling speed. And you can see I'm gradually moving further backward on the group, and I have to put out another burst here. I'm over 400 watts, nearly up at 500 there, just to make sure I don't lose the back and lose the draft. So it's that power up the hill that I've got to do, but also got to remind myself, that first lap reminded me that I've got to keep going for a bit longer just to get my speed up. And then the good thing about this route is you come into this downhill a bit, which plays into my strengths, my extra weight, that I can kind of back off a little bit. As long as I hang on to the back and don't lose the draft, I can I've had to put out a bit of power there to make sure I don't lose them, but I can kind of use the downhill to rest and recover slightly before hitting the flat of the rest of the course, and then off into lap number 2. We're on lap 3 here, and you can see I've got a feather power up, and I put that down just going up this hill. I left it a bit late on this lap. I got a couple of feathers in it. I left it a bit later because I wasn't too sure how long it would last, but it outlasts the climb, so I knew for the next time to just hit that power up as early as possible. But boy, did it make a difference. Just being able to stay in the group, I could speed up quicker when I got to the top, and didn't have to go quite as crazy on the climb. So it definitely saved me some energy. I got it on this lap and lap number 4. I know the lap after this, I can't remember later in the race, but I guess we'll see. But it made it slightly easier to stay in with the group, and gave me a couple of laps of sort of not having to go full blast up that hill, which definitely helped me. So we're just coming over the line for the halfway point, and I'm feeling okay, which is a bit of a surprise. I thought I'd really be struggling by this point. I know we're only 12 minutes in, but I'm doing just about 150 watts here, just because I've got the speed from going down the hill until everyone comes past me, and I sort of step it up again to make sure I don't lose them. I got one of those ghost power-ups, which I thought was, I think I used it pretty soon after this, just because, there we go, because I just didn't really know when I'd use it. I'm never going to be strong enough to power off the front, especially this early in the race, so not much use to me for this one. But I'm in with the group. I'm feeling okay. I'm starting to feel it a bit. Also, sorry about my me being so dark on the screen. I've moved my room around a bit, and anyone who's seen my videos will know how many times I've moved this room around, but I haven't got a light in the right place, so I didn't realise that until looking at this video, so sorry about that. But anyway, feeling okay. Moving on into lap number 5, heading towards the climb again. Don't have any power up, so back to a difficult climb, but we'll jump ahead a little bit. Just going up the hill for the 6th time, up over 600 watts here, just trying to make sure, again, not to lose everybody. But I had a draft boost, and I thought what I could do, use that right at the top of this hill, and it might enable me to stay with the group a little bit easier, put out a little less power if possible. So I'm trying to use that tactic, and it did sort of help me a little bit there. I didn't have to go quite as crazy as I have in previous laps to get my speed back up again. And the weird thing about this route, I know we're doing 8 laps, but it's quite a short course, is you can actually see avatars a little way up the road by this point, and you're not sure whether you're coming up to lap people or whether the people have gone off the front. It didn't really change my race. I was just trying to stay in with the majority of the group. There's no way I'm strong enough. If someone broke away off the front, there's no way I'm strong enough to go with them. But I also knew that the group would probably catch anybody who'd done that because of the draft benefits, as a few of the guys out the front there are starting to be reeled in very slowly. But just coming around to start the last couple of laps, and I am starting to feel it, having to dig into that well now. Just trying to, hang on really. Just coming around to start the last lap, and I really, really wanted a feather power up just to help me up that hill for the last time. Give me a chance when I get to the top, because I knew the downhill could be a little bit of an advantage for me towards the line, but I got a draft boost. So I thought that's not too bad. At least it's not the ghost thing. In fact, I nearly dropped off the back of the group here. I had to put out a bit of a burst to catch onto the back, because I'm starting to really feel it now. We're 20 minutes in. I'm starting to feel the pain a little bit, as I'm sure a lot of the other guys are in this group as well. But just less than a lap to go. And here we are then on the last climb, the point that will either make or break me. I'm up at 515 watts. I can't quite get the power up as high as it has been before. I'm up out of the saddle just trying to do what I can. I can see them disappearing up the road. I'm thinking, put the draft boost down. And I got to the top of here, and you can see my face. I just had nothing. I'm really trying to get my legs to go round, but I just couldn't. And then they just gave way, and I had to just coast for a minute. And then you just saw everybody else disappearing up the road. I thought, with this draft boost, can I just catch that guy in front, KD? Can I just catch that rider and use the draft boost that I've got and the advantage down the hill? I'm pushing what I can, but you can see I've backed right off again. I just lost my legs completely in this last lap. We're going down here. I'm thinking, can I catch onto the back? I did at one point try and put out a bit of a burst, and you can see my face is just saying no. Absolutely not. Got nothing left to give. And I got really quite angry with myself, because I'm so close to that group in front, so close to hanging on to the back of them as we went up that hill. I'm just absolutely gutted that I couldn't quite hang on for that last lap. Obviously, everybody else stepped up the pace as well, and it was just too much for me to hang on. And I thought, okay, that's me done. I'm going to have to coast over the line, hitting the handlebars. Just in disappointment, really. Just absolutely gutted, but coasted over the line and came over in 11th place. Not too bad, really, not too bad. As I logged off, I did get a nice little surprise, an FTP increase from 220 to 224. Not too far different from the FTP test. I'm pretty confident now that's where I'm at in terms of my cycling, but pleased to get an increase from the FTP test during the week. I just watched that last sort of half a lap back, and I lost the back of the group just before the climb. I went a little bit too late, I think. Although, to be honest, just trying to give anything. Some of the previous laps I felt okay, and I hit that time, and legs did not want to go round at all. Got out the saddle, tried to push it as hard as I could, got to the top and thought I've got a chance of catching at least some of the people in front of me, and I couldn't get the pedals moving again. Just had nothing in my legs to push and get it going, and that was it. I lost the back of the group, and there was no catching them on the downhill. There was a couple of moments you probably thought I could have caught onto the back, but I tried and I couldn't, and I just saw you would have seen my reactions on my faces. I was quite annoyed with myself, but actually I've thought about it afterwards, and to stay with the group for the whole of that race, I'm actually quite pleased with an FTP increase as well. So it's all good, movement in the right direction. Maybe next time. How many races have I done where I've just lost the back of the group on a climb towards the end? So frustrating, but hey ho. On to the next one. Really pleased that I jumped on and did that. I could quite easily have just said, well, I missed the race on Thursday, so I'm not going to do anything. But yeah, feel like I'm getting a bit of mojo back, get on the bike and enjoy it. And I did really enjoy it. Frustrating at the end, but quite rewarding as well, because I felt I'm not as far back maybe as I felt that I might have fallen in the last couple of months. So really happy with that. As I mentioned during the video there, I've moved my room around again, which might make some of you laugh because I think I've done it 2, 3, 4 times since moving into this room. I've never quite been happy with it. And I didn't really like it how it was. One of the worst things, the more difficult things, was having to clamber over the bike and squeeze down the side to get to the window, to open the window every time I wanted to open the window or ride. And when I was riding, the curtain was kind of flapping at me sometimes and stuff. So I've kind of switched it back. I've not done a setup video in a while, so if there's something you're interested in, you want to see what I've now got as part of my setup, I can show you the YouTube setup stuff if you want to. Let me know in the comments below and I'll do a video of what it now looks like. Maybe you're a bit bored of seeing those. I don't know, just let me know. But yeah, I'm feeling quite good. It's Saturday today. I might jump on the bike and just do a zone 2 ride later. It depends. I've got a bit of a list of chores to get done today and tomorrow. As usual for the weekends. It's just a typical weekend at the moment. But I want to try and get on and do something at some point. Maybe more of a casual ride. But yeah, I'll let you know if I do that. I want to say a massive thank you to the channel members that are going up the screen now. Your support is amazing. If you want to support the channel, you head over to buymeacoffee.com/target 2.5. You can sign up for a small monthly membership or just buy me a one-off coffee. We greatly appreciated. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Sort of doing shorter, more often videos maybe. I mentioned in the last one that I was going to talk about the ideas and the thoughts that you guys have sent in. Everyone's feedback is amazing, and I will put a quick video together and just sort of see what I've come up with from that, so you guys can see it in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's the end of this one. If you have enjoyed it, do hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.